Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to see how to prepare a banana cake. This is the healthier version of banana cake. So I have taken 3 bananas. You can see my banana is almost ripened. I have those black spots on my bananas. So I have taken 3 of those bananas, and now what I'm doing is I am beating these bananas just to make sure that there are no lumps, and I want them even in my cake. I don't want any lumps in between the cake, so I'm just beating it up thoroughly. So after 5 minutes of beating it, this is how it looks like. My bananas are literally mashed. So once this is done, I'll keep this aside, and in a separate bowl I have taken 1 cup of wheat flour. I'm not taking all-purpose flour or maida because it's kind of unhealthy, so I'm preferring a wheat flour. So I'm taking altogether 1.5 cups of wheat flour, and to this I have added a pinch of baking soda and a pinch of salt. Mix them well, mix all these dry ingredients well, just to make sure that like they are incorporated well. And once this is done, set this aside. And now in a separate bowl I'm taking the sugars. Instead of sugar, I'm taking these dates, which are California dates. So for 1.5 cup of wheat flour, I'm taking 1 cup of dates. If you prefer more sweet, personally I don't prefer more sweet, so I just took 1 cup of dates. To this 1 cup of dates I have added half cup of milk, and I soaked it for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I grinded it. So in the same mixer grinder I have taken 1 cup of dates, and to that I have added half cup of milk, and I soaked it for 10 minutes, and then I have grinded it. So then in a separate bowl I have taken 1 stick of unsalted butter. To that I have added the grinded dates paste. Transfer all the ingredients into a bowl, and now you have to start beating up this. So mix the butter with the dates very well, and you have to do this process at least for 10 to 15 minutes. You have to beat them very nicely just to make sure that your butter doesn't have any lumps. It should have all melted and it should be in a creamy consistency. So you have to beat this at least for 10 to 15 minutes at a speed of 3. So my blender is having a speed of 5, so I'm just keeping it in the medium speed at around 3, and I have beaten them for at least 10 to 15 minutes. After some time, this is how it should look. It should get incorporated very well, and it should be in a creamy consistency. Now the fun part starts. Here I'm adding 1 egg at a time. So to 1 cup of butter I have taken 1 cup of dates, and I'm taking 3 eggs. So I'm not adding all the eggs at a time, I'm just taking my time just to blend it well. I'm adding one after other. So altogether I have added 3 eggs to it. Now the mixing process starts. Now whatever the mixture that you have, just pour it to a the banana mixture and just blend it lightly. You shouldn't be like blending it how you have done it before, but just blend it lightly. Now after this is done, you will be just mixing your wet ingredients into this batter. No need of beating up with an electric beater. Instead, you just have to beat it with a spoon. Now try adding the wet ingredients to it. I'm not using any blender here, like as you can see, I'm just using my spoon to mix it up. And add all the wet ingredients to it and beat it up. This is the healthier version of banana cake. Here you are not adding any sugars. Instead you are adding dates to it, and instead of all-purpose flour you are adding wheat flour, which is much better than all-purpose flour. Mix all the ingredients well. Just take your time, mix it well. Now to a deep pan, apply some butter as shown. So I'm just applying the butter on all 4 corners and 4 sides of my pan. And once that is done, transfer your batter into that pan. So now I'm preheating my oven at 350 degrees and I'm baking my cake at 350 degrees for half an hour. After half an hour, you can see a healthier version of banana cake.